How to detect canine hip dysplasia. Hip dysplasia is the abnormal development dysplasia of a dog's hip joints. Genes are a major factor to developing this condition, so dogs can inherit hip issues from their parents or be susceptible to hip dysplasia because of their breed. As a general rule, larger pure-breed dogs tend to carry the genes for hip dysplasia, so this condition is especially prevalent in German Shepherds, Labradors, Golden Retrievers, and Rottweilers. 1. If your dog is properly diagnosed with hip dysplasia and gets the proper medical attention, it's possible for him to live a happier life with less hip pain. Recognizing the signs in young dogs. Pay attention to the shape of your dog's back. If your dog is experiencing low-grade hip pain, subtle signs like your dog's posture and the shape of their back may be one way to detect hip dysplasia. If your dog suffers from hip dysplasia, they may have a sloping back when they stand. Their back may be arched and their pelvis may be tucked underneath them, giving the impression of a back sloping down to the pelvis, rather than a flat, level back. Many pups who inherit hip dysplasia from their parents will show signs of the condition at less than 12 months old, so if your dog develops a sloping back at a young age, this may be a warning sign. Look at how your dog walks. If your dog is taking short, mincing steps with their back legs, rather than long, easy strides, this may indicate he is experiencing pain or discomfort in his hips. One of the consequences of hip dysplasia is premature arthritis, so younger dogs with this condition may experience issues usually associated with older dogs, such as inflammation, pain, and bone remodeling. Your dog may also develop a habit of transferring weight onto his front legs to relieve any pain in his back legs and leaning forward, so the muscles of his forequarters will be more developed than the muscles of his rear end. Check if your dog is hopping rather than walking. Some dogs with too sore hips will bunny hop instead of walk. Rather than move each leg independently and stepping with alternating legs, your dog may move his two back legs as one unit and hop forward. Notice if your dog doesn't want to hop into the car or climb up the stairs. Dogs with hip issues may be reluctant or unable to perform activities that require propulsive power from their back legs like climbing stairs, jumping into a car, or leaping over objects. Take your dog to the vet if your dog displays lameness. Because the signs of hip dysplasia in young dogs are not very obvious, it can be difficult for you as the owner to realize something isn't right until the dog goes completely lame. When your dog displays lameness, this may appear to be short-term injury but in fact may be a more serious issue like hip dysplasia. To be certain, take your dog to the vet to get tested.